everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you've never heard of me, never seen me before, the name's just Juicelyn and I'm so happy you're here. So today, guys, is the last day of Black History Month, and to commemorate this great time today, as you can tell by the title, I will be doing the iconic, the timeless Bantu knots. So not only am I going to show you guys how I do it on my hair, but I'm going to hopefully educate you guys on where Bantu knots come from and everything like that. I wanted to do a video like this because I just wanted to encompass Black beauty. Oftentimes, Black beauty is imitated by people of other races, but Black women aren't given enough credit. So hopefully today we can do that. I'm gonna take you guys along that entire process. I apologize in advance if it's long, I don't know. But also, if you have not already done so, it costs $0.00 to support me and subscribe to my channel to be a part of the Juicebox gang. Like, comment, share, tell a friend. Let's get into it, guys.
As you guys can see, I'm starting off on my hair that had the hair paint wax in it. So the first step is going to be to wash all that out. So those are just the products I'll be using today, at least to wash my hair. As you can see, I'm just rinsing all the hair paint wax out. I definitely recommend hair paint wax. It's fun when you just need a change in your hair. Doesn't damage it. It does get on your clothes, but don't worry, because as you can see, it washes out just fine. And when I did get it on like my jackets and stuff, it comes right out with just water. Like sometimes you don't even need soap. So yeah, I'm still rinsing everything out. And the funny thing about it is, even though the gold was like fading out and stuff like that, you could still see it and it was still in there. It does flake a little bit, so that's why I was just really trying to rinse it out really good. So now you see I'm putting in my shampoo, which is the Texture ID Scalp Relief. Just kind of massaging that into my hair. I got that at Sally's, as you guys would know if you saw my first video, if you haven't checked that out. But yeah, Texture ID is mad expensive, okay? So this was like a treat yourself one time kind of deal. Per hands method, you want to get the back, the roots, the ends, all of that. It's a lot thicker than other shampoos. I forgot to use my scalp massager, but you know, your hands and your fingers work fine as well. That John was feeling good. This is just a close-up of my curls. Once I put the shampoo in, I haven't put anything else in my hair, just the shampoo and the water. It looks a lot cleaner. I was also looking to see if the dye fully came out. So everything's looking pretty good. Now all we're doing next is just rinsing that out. Look at my cringy face. Alright, so now I'm gonna use this deep conditioner. It's Aussie Moist's 3-Minute Miracle. It should be the one that has jojoba oil in it. So I'm just putting that through my hair because my hair needs a deep condition bad. Like after a while with that hair paint wax, and I'm not saying that it's the wax that made my hair itch. My hair needed to be washed anyway. I was just like scratching my head like Jesus. But yeah, so now you see I'm using my Wonder Brush that my aunt gave me for Christmas. Y'all, this joint is great. I don't know if you peeped, but in the beginning, I got a little too ambitious and I tried to use it on a big section. And that's why I was wincing, because I was like, oop, nope, need to take it section by section, especially the more like coily and curly your hair is. So like I said, I'm just applying that 3-Minute Miracle Moist all throughout my hair. It's funny because in the past, like I would have saw a brand like Aussie Moist and I'm like, all right, that's for white girls. But like one of my favorite influencers, African Beauty, she uses this. It works for her curls and she's 4C. I don't even know what hair type I am, y'all. That was me playing around. But for real, I don't know what hair type I am. So don't ask me, okay? If you think you know my hair type, comment down below. Don't say no 3-something. Look at that slow-mo. Work. Ba. Ra. Ja da da da. Bra ba da. Look at that. Honestly, ain't even zoom in on it like I thought I would, but here we are. There's that smile. So I want to part my hair just to make it more manageable, and I don't want my curls to like be getting tangled with each other. So I always do my hair in mad sections. So I split it in half first, right down the middle. Then I'm going in with my Wonder Brush to detangle the hair. Like I said, as you can see, you want to use like smaller sections, because then your curls will like really pop and you can really get every single like little tangle, little knot, stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, whoop, because I was like, that was way too much hair. So you want to work from the ends slowly up to the roots. And if you're tender-headed, I'm not tender-headed, but sometimes, like, even when you're just manipulating your hair a lot, I put my hand at the top of my head as I'm like combing or detangling the ends of my hair. So that can help with the pain if you experience that. Look at that. Y'all see that? Okay, so even though I just detangled that section, what I'm doing is putting it into a twist so that I know that I've detangled that, and so that I can just get it out my way. Watch this. Oh, the transition didn't even work, y'all. It only did half my hair. That's more like it. Okay, who is this girl? So we're just gonna put our hair in a shower cap, a little plastic cap rather, and we're gonna wait. Alright, so I waited about 15 minutes with the cap on, so now I'm just rinsing everything out. Y'all, it was at this moment I realized I had my Fitbit on, had to take it off. Sorry, bae. Alright, and this is just me showing you guys how to turn an old t-shirt into like a hair towel. I don't use regular towels on my hair because it strips my hair and like pulls my hair out. So I find using a t-shirt is a lot better, and just, I can have fun with it. Look at that. Boom, pop. So just a heads up, this part is basically bonus footage. I'm showing you how I trim my ends. So before I do my Bantu knots, I want my hair to be completely detangled, completely stretched. And plus, I try to trim my ends every 2 to 3 weeks. And I knew it was time for a trim because like every time I combed it, no matter what comb I used, there was just like so many snags. I was getting a lot of knots at the ends. So basically the way I trim my hair, I followed one of African Beauty's YouTube videos. Is you start off with Pantene's heat protectant or heat primer. It comes in that gold bottle I showed you. Then I'm just using my blow dryer to stretch the hair. Then I add on the comb attachment. As you can see, I'm detangling with that now. Just really making sure everything is almost like pin straight, even though we're gonna revert back to curly just to do the Bantu knots. But I do not trim my hair when it's like wet and curly. It's harder for me to tell what I need to cut. But when I do it this way, I find that it's a lot easier for me. Obviously, I'm not a licensed hairstylist or nothing like that, so you don't have to listen to me. This is just how I do my hair. Got a little crazy with the scissors there, but yeah, so like I said, we're just combing with a more narrow tooth comb. I'm pinning away all that other hair out of my way. And as you can see, I don't even cut off a lot. I just cut off kind of like the bare minimum, going in with my castor oil so that my hair is moisturized, and just twisting it out of my way the same way I did when I washed my hair. Crazy face, yeah. You gotta have a good time when doing your natural hair, because let me tell you, the video is gonna be X amount of minutes, but this joint took hours. Like, everything you're seeing is just a portion of what I'm doing, and I've put everything into hyper speed so y'all don't have to be here all day like I was. So yeah, I'm just repeating that process on literally every section of my hair. Like I said, this is bonus footage, so if you want, you can skip to the fun part where I do Bantu knots. Yeah, so I finally finished trimming my hair. This is me taking out of the big chunky twist that I put it in after trimming it. Ooh, a little snag there. Sometimes I get so impatient when I'm like detangling my natural hair. Even if I'm finger detangling it, my ends will get stuck together and I start freaking out. Who did I think I was? Yes, okay, yeah. Like I said earlier, you just gotta have fun with it. But what I'm about to do now, I'm making 3 big parts. So the way I did my 3 big parts is I made the outer sections first by going to the arch of my eyebrow and then just going straight back. So as you can see, that's one section, and then I'm gonna twist it to get it out of my way so I can either pin it or put it in a scrunchie. Now I decided to do 3 large parts because I don't like too many Bantu knots, and sometimes I find when your Bantu knot sections are so small, you know, obviously the smaller the Bantu knot, and if you want to wear your Bantu knots as just a regular style, then I recommend them being like chunkier. But obviously if like super curl definition is your goal, then yeah, I would say do smaller sections. But like I said, so I went to the other eyebrow, went from that arch, went straight back, and I'm twisting that other side away. And I'm starting with the middle first just because I was thinking about where I have to place my hands the entire time while doing this, so it makes the most sense to start with the middle. And I usually hate doing the back of my head first and stuff like that, but that's what I'm gonna do, the back of my head. If y'all see my kitchen, mind your business, alright? I thought I detangled every part of the back, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, so the first step is taking your water bottle, spritz bottle, whatever you want to call it. You want the hair to be like damp. It doesn't gotta be drenched or nothing like that. Then I'm going in with the As I Am Classic Leave-In Conditioner. I really like this product. It's funny because I've never used As I Am ever until like last year, but it's a really good product and it's not as expensive as some of the other natural hair brands. So yeah, so I'm putting that product through my hair. I'm combing it with Bantu knots. To get the best result, you really want to make sure your hair is fully detangled, okay? So throughout this video, you'll see me combing my hair like all the time. So then I'm just twisting my hair halfway down, and then I'm gonna twirl the rest of the hair around my finger so that it's super twisty. And then I'm holding the base of the Bantu knot and I'm twisting that hair around the base, around the base, around the base. And as you go around the base, it's gonna tuck right into itself. And that's how you get the Bantu knot. So this is more of a close-up view. Hopefully you guys can see how I'm holding the base of the Bantu knot and wrapping that strand around it. And another way, honestly, you can do Bantu knots, like the infamous ones you've seen on Rihanna. She braided it all the way down first and then put them into Bantu knots. I've seen girls twist all the way down and then put them into Bantu knots. But my preferred method, after trying literally each way that I just mentioned, is to twist halfway down just to secure the top so that they're less likely to unravel, and then coiling the rest like around my finger kind of gives me the best results. Y'all, I forgot to put the freaking ring light on and nobody told me. That's why I made that face. But I wanted to give you guys not only the back view, but here is the front view. Alright everybody, the moment you've been waiting for. Now I'm going to tell you about the history of Bantu knots. So for those of you who do not know, Bantu means people in the Bantu language, and the Bantu language and the Bantu dialect spans over about 400 ethnic groups in Africa. So, like I said, Bantu means people. Bantu knots can also be referred to as Zulu knots, and this is because the Bantu knots are said to have come from the Zulu tribes located in southern and western Africa. Now, as I said earlier in the video, you usually seen Bantu knots on a lot of black celebrities like Rihanna, and oftentimes you will see them in high fashion runway shows on white models. However, I wanted to just tell you guys about the history of Bantu knots. They are a traditionally African protective hairstyle worn by Zulu warriors and things of that nature. And I just love Bantu knots because they make me feel powerful and confident. And I don't encourage people to wear them just for the end result where you unravel them in the curls. I love rocking them even just in their natural state of the Bantu knots and all. And I'll never forget the first time I wore Bantu knots. My mother was like, "What is that on your head?" Mostly because I was in the transitioning phase. My hair was really short and awkward, and I was probably doing them wrong. But I just had never had that surge of confidence than when I put those Bantu knots in my head, especially when I wear them at Rowan, a predominantly white campus. I'm just like walking around with my head high, and I truly feel like my ancestors are with me when I wear this. So I encourage you guys, if you haven't already, try out the Bantu knots. You'll feel amazing, you'll look amazing, and there's so many different variations to it. You can add weave, you can use your natural hair, you can make them big, you can make them small. Just have fun with it and be proud. And if you're not black and you're trying these, please give credit where credit is due, okay? And don't hurt yourself trying to do this on your hair if you're not black. I'm just saying, you've been warned. Also, just to show you guys again, you spritz your hair. I'm putting in the As I Am leave-in conditioner, twisting it halfway down, spiraling it around my finger, creating a base, and then wrapping that twist around that base until the Bantu knot is secure. And if you couldn't already tell, I've used some bobby pins for some of the Bantu knots that have tried or started to unravel. You can do that as well. Strictly optional, and you can always unravel or twist in another direction to loosen your Bantu knot if it's too much tension or pressure, and I tend to do that the closer it is to my edges. Y'all like that transition? I don't know, I'm trying new things with like editing and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys like it. My sections are a little bit rough, as my warning suggests, but this is honestly my first time making my Bantu knots as big as they are. I usually do them a lot smaller. Now it's time to do my edges, which everybody knows I never do. I usually have somebody else do my edges. So now join me on the struggle bus as I attempt to do these. Good morning, everybody. I just want to warn you guys, I filmed this 2 days after I did my Bantu knots, not the direct morning after due to some school stuff, but let's get into it. So as you can see, I'm unraveling all my Bantu knots, and you would just do that by going in the opposite direction than what you twisted it in, or you can just go to the base of the Bantu knot and pull that loose strand out. So as you can see, I'm undoing the twist of each Bantu knot first so that it goes back to the 2 strands that it started in per section. And honestly, there's a bunch of different ways to unravel Bantu knots. This is just the way I use and I found most effective, especially if you're doing the twist half down method, coil the rest method, which is what I did here. So as soon as I have all of them in the 2 strand twists, I'm gonna unravel them even more. So as you can see, when I unravel them further, I coil the strand around my finger to kind of keep the curls intact. Now, one thing you want to be mindful of is the curl. So the thicker the curl and the tighter the curl, you may want to leave it alone. Now, as soon as you go to unravel, you can tell when a curl needs to be further unraveled and coiled. So as you can see, the really small strands I'm doing, like those are ones you see needed to be separated from some of the bigger curls. Now, other ones, they'll be fine as is, but ultimately it's your choice. If you want bigger, thicker curls, I recommend that as soon as you unravel it from the Bantu knot, you just leave it as is. But if you want more of a fuller, more defined effect, I would say continue to unravel them. Like I said, just twirling them around your finger. Now, the thing is, when you unravel them too much, your hair becomes super frizzy. This is basically the end result I have. Now, with Bantu knots, it definitely gives your hair a lot of shrinkage. So as you can see, I'm kind of just pulling my hair a little bit more to hopefully get a little bit more length. Be careful of the snagging at the end of your ends because the curls are so tight, and don't get frustrated like I did and pull some of your hair out. This would also be a perfect time to incorporate a pick so you don't see the lines from the parts and stuff like that, but I don't have one, so I'm just using my fingers, which is fine too. But I want to take this time to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned more about Bantu knots. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, girl, I am cute. And until next time, bruh, just be yourself.